Hello again. Please join me today as we're going to focus on some neck exercises, and I've been requested to do a series on this. However, I think I can fit this all into one for now. So why not better than to join me in this exercise? And we're just going to do a couple routines, a couple exercises together. I'm going to let the video run as it is, so if you have a place you can leave your phone, follow through. All you need is actually a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, that's fine. You don't need a resistance band. You can do this all with your own body weight. And let's get to it. So I got myself this type of resistance band. Thicker the better. But I'm gonna start off with a couple of warm-ups. So all we're gonna do first is tuck in our resistance band later for a safe place. Start out with some shoulder warm-ups. We're just gonna do some circumductions one way, circumductions the other way. So without trying to move your spine, we're just gonna let the shoulders do all the work. So we're just gonna do 5 of these one way, nice and slow. And you're just thinking like you're pushing the earth away, push the ground away, and then let your body fall through with a straight arm. As you're noticing, there's no bend. And now let's go in the reverse order. So don't forget, the shoulders are very much so connected to the neck. And if you feel like you got some tightness, a little bit of mobility will allow it to stretch. So even if you just hold this part, right, so it's where your body falls, you'll let a lot of that area up here in the traps stretch out, back there, in the rhomboids. So if you're feeling like maybe it's not your neck, maybe try your shoulders and you might get lucky. So that was great. Now let's practice the art of the chin. It's probably the most, how they say currently on Instagram, the most unlikely feature to a photo is where you're double chinning. However, it's probably the most beneficial posture you can do for yourself. So although it doesn't look all that pleasant, it's okay. If I can do it, you can do it. Imagine that you have an apple, golf ball, tennis ball, something that you can place right here in this area. And what you're trying to do is just not only pinch with your chin or contract with your chin, you're also trying to bring the head back. So in a way, it's like retracting it. So from the side, it just looks like pinch and retract. All right, so all we're doing here, up in these areas, we're just trying to bring in those muscles together while stretching out far back. However, it's gonna be part of our workout. So all day, all we do is we lean forward all day. What we forget is that with this happening, that not just putting an elbow or some needles to release that tension, you need to strengthen those muscles in order for them to handle that workload. So let's work on practicing that chin tuck, and you can do this every day if you're on your phone or if you're just watching TV. So just do a series of 10. And if you're having troubles, record yourself and then watch that. If you're really having troubles, what I like to say is put yourself up against a wall and have a pillow behind you. Push into the pillow while tucking in your chin. So if you have visual cues, you have physical aids, that really helps. So pushing into a pillow while your back's up against a wall, put your chin in. So that's a good warm-up. That's really good. You can do some rotations if you want, some side tucks, but we'll get into that later. So the first workout we're going to do, side laying, neck extension, flexion. So anywhere you can, lay on your side. And if you need some comfort, like a pillow, lay on that, it's totally fine. I like to keep my shoulder tucked in here, arms together. So this is my straight posture. I'm just gonna let my head drop nice and slow. So make sure you're not relaxed. You actually have to push off the ground just a bit with your shoulder. So it's almost like you're doing a side plank. And then from there, just let the head slowly drop. We're gonna do 10 reps of these. When I'm coming back up, I can use my hand to gradually assist. But you don't have to. If you feel uncomfortable where you are, that's fine. Go nice and slow and controlled. Counts of 4 are great, meaning if I'm starting down here, I'm going to go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Good pinch at the end, still coming back down on 4 counts. So that's 2 reps. Good. You go at your own pace. You could pause if you ever need to and wait till the next workout, or just keep going. That doesn't help. It doesn't hurt. Oh boy, can't talk. That's why I love these raw videos. Just, it is what it is. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, change the direction in which your chin faces. So instead of always looking straight towards you, do a little bit of rotation, but only once you feel them warmed up. So I think we're at around 6 here. Nice. 7. 8. Don't cheat it. 9. Make sure that head drops all the way. Good. 10. Let's do the other side. So in the mornings, I do this all the time during my mobility drills. And even just after this, I feel a huge difference in my shoulders. Same concept. Drop the head down. So start off with my warm up here for the first 5, facing forward. And then what we're gonna do is add a little bit of an oblique crunch at the same time. So what I like to say is, don't waste your time on isolating one muscle unless it needs to be done for rehab basics. But if you're doing a workout, you got probably a whole bunch of muscles that can activate at the same time. So for example, we can throw in this chin tuck here, but rotation, so I'm rotating with my chin, but also as I'm coming up, I'm getting a slight crunch through the abdomens. So don't forget, you're pushing into the ground, but then let that crunch come out just slightly, all right? I'm not using any momentum, but I just feel like I can get a little squeeze right there. Again, we're at 7 reps. I am the worst counter, even when I'm just watching individuals work out. So we do the finger techniques. We got 8 and 9, and then last one with a good crunch at the end. 10. Sweet. So that's good warmed up. Now, pretty much almost done. Last one, as mentioned before, you do not require resistance bands. You literally can just use your own body weight. Here's where that chin tuck comes into use. So quadruped position, if this is your first time doing this exercise, I probably would recommend not doing the quadruped. I'd have you literally in this position as is and just doing the workout here. Because leaning forward in that position, lots of gravity, lots of resistance is placed on the neck. So as we were practicing, you let that head drop, tuck in that chin, pull that double chin, beautiful look. Don't let the shoulders, don't let the back move, it's all in the neck. The neck is its own joint in that sense where it can move forward and back. What I like to do is, I've been doing these a lot, I grab myself a light resistance band, place right behind my head, and now I have extra resistance. So I put hands to the ground. So let's do a nice set of 10 here. Let that drop. Okay. Drop. So don't worry, you might notice I got a lot of mobility compared to most individuals, but that's because I've been practicing a lot. You've got long limbs, like my neck, you gotta really work on them. So, if you want to advance yourself, finish off a set of 10 of these, call it a day, or if you want, throw in a squeeze, rotation one way, rotation the other way, don't lose that contraction, don't lose that hold, and then slowly drop. Just like that. And do 3 more of these. They feel good. Chill. And 1. Nice. And that's it. That's literally it. That's a great routine. If you want, you can either watch the video again, do it again, or you know what to do now. Pop those in, and I tell you that I believe that this in itself can heal a lot of your neck pain compared to having manual treatment, spending lots of money on these TENS units. When you put your body through the movements, you're activating all of that, not just neural drive, not just muscle activation, but you're stimulating a sense of recovery in that area. So after I've personally had my own car accident, shout out to my physiotherapist Vince down on the island, who taught me this, and I looked at it as a bicep curl when we're doing the side flexions of the neck, and I found it to be pretty interesting where, we don't train our necks anymore, and I started putting it into use, and it has healed me tremendously. Of course, there were times where I still flared up, and I, got my IMS treatment, or I needed some manual therapy, but those, it started to spread further the days in which I received my flare-up. So if I received a flare-up once a month, they were quite frequent. It started pushing back to 3 months, then 4, and then 5, and then I haven't had any issues yet. So doing my routines like this, and I kid you not, if I don't do these routines in the morning, I really start feeling some tightness and discomfort, and it starts giving me some PTSD that I'll start flaring up again. So this is probably my go-to neck routine. You can do it anytime you want. You have the video now. Please do it. I promise you'll notice a difference. And if you feel as if it's not working, then you just need some modifications. So reach out to me. I'll send you any type of modifications you need. I work with individuals online. Just finished a class right now, so I want to share as much as I can. Granted, I know that it's not modified to most people, but try it, see how it goes, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Get that neck into business. Enjoy.